بازدید پروفسور ریچارد رابرتس از موزه مقاومت ایران و اشرف ۳.
My father, my mother, and his
run over with the Humvee, and my sister was shot with forces.
Great. Very glad to meet you. How are you?
این دوتا تیرباران شدن سال 60.
با همین وضعیت ادامه میشه.
پروفسور رابرتس در گردهمایی مجاهدین در اشرف 3.
Let me offer a longer introduction about our dear guest in اشرف III, Professor Richard Roberts. Sir Richard Roberts was born in Derby, United Kingdom in 1943. He earned his PhD from the University of Sheffield in 1969. Postdoctoral research at Harvard University in 1969 to 1972. He continued his research in molecular biology and published his discovery of RNA splicing in 1992. And the next year, he was awarded the 1993 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine. Professor Roberts' discovery of the alternative splicing of genes resulted in a fundamental shift in our understanding of genetics and has led to the discovery of split genes in higher organisms, including human beings. Professor Roberts has been the most active Nobel laureate in human rights issues on the world stage over the past 30 years. On several occasions, he has sponsored important statements in defense of human rights and freedom. During the 2009 uprising in Iran, he sponsored a letter to the UN Secretary General condemning the bloody crackdown of millions of protesters by the Iranian regime. The statement was endorsed by 44 Nobel laureates and reported by the French news agency. Professor Roberts is the leading Nobel laureate in support of the Iranian resistance and the MEK. Both individually and along with other Nobel laureates, he has voiced support for the Iranian resistance on 25 different occasions in the past 13 years. In 2021, after selection of the executioner Raisi as president, Professor Roberts and 24 other prominent Nobel laureates wrote to the UN Secretary General, "We, the Nobel laureates, signing this letter on the 33rd anniversary of the massacre of political prisoners in Iran, underscore the need to set up an international commission by the United Nations to investigate this enormous crime. Based on Khomeini's fatwa, 30,000 political prisoners were executed over several weeks after being interrogated by the so-called death committee for 2 or 3 minutes. Those who refused to condemn the MEK were immediately sent to the execution hall. More than 90% of those executed were members and supporters of the MEK. The current Iranian leaders, including Ali Khamenei and Raisi, were directly involved in the 1988 massacre. Hence, among the many supporters of the Iranian resistance, there are scientists and personalities, each of whom has offered extraordinary contribution to humanity in any given field. Nobel laureates are among them. In addition to making invaluable contributions in the fields of physics, chemistry, medicine, and other disciplines, they have made the greatest contributions in the field of human rights, freedom, and democracy by supporting freedom seekers and resistance against dictatorship. Many thanks to Professor Richard Roberts and to all of them.